everyone, thank you and welcome back to my channel. In today's video we're going to see how to make this crispy delicious chicken. Remember, it's homemade, like I always encourage us. Make it. You can add or remove anything. Don't wait till you have everything. There's some things that can be exchanged, so let's dive right in. Thank you very much for subscribing, for joining my channel. Thank you, and let's start the cooking. So first I begin by seasoning the chicken. Now the kind of chicken you would like to use here is a soft one. Could be the Cotonou soft chicken or whatever soft chicken you have, but the emphasis is on soft. Now to that, the ingredients I use for seasoning are curry, thyme, garlic, ginger, turmeric, cinnamon, Maggi cubes. So you just put them. If you have other seasoning you prefer to use, for instance, if you have or soya spice, you could add that. Barbecue spice, you could want to use a little bit of that, but those were the seasonings I used. I did not use, for this particular one, I didn't use barbecue or soya spice. I just used the other spices like I mentioned. So then I added some lemon juice to it. Lemon juice, or if you have lime, whichever works for you. Now the work of this is to it helps in making it balance the pH, like the tasting. It gives a tingly taste. You can watch my video on how I season my chicken. It's about the same ingredients, the way you season your chicken. So it's important you massage the chicken. So that's me adding rosemary leaves, and that's more turmeric. This turmeric was processed by me, so it's dry and not too much of color. I'd squeeze out some of the juice for something else. So instead of throwing that away, I just dried it and use it to add some flavor. So that's it. So massage it. When you've massaged it enough, the next thing you will do is to, of course, your salt will be there and all that. So I didn't have a foil to cover it, so what I just did was transfer it into a plate that has, what's it called, cover. So I'll just put that in the fridge for at least 30 minutes. I think I left this to the next day. And mind you, please make sure your chicken is well washed and clean. I'd washed this before I froze it. So now I'm going to cover this and keep. Now some minutes later, sorry, like I said, the next day, this was my corn powder, and that is cornflakes. That cornflakes was blended. I blended the cornflakes. Now to it I'm adding some Maggi cubes, some cinnamon and clove, even though I seasoned with cinnamon and clove, nutmeg. So I mix in the flour with some cornflakes to it. Now if you like, you leave the cornflakes alone, but I just decided to mix everything together. Some people dip in flour and dip in cornflakes. I decided to combine the cornflakes and the flour, so I just do one dipping. Now you have your egg beaten. Now the egg will help support the coating, so that we can do more than one coating. Now is it that you're using egg, I added salt to the egg, and then, or you're using cold water. Now the other bowl there contain cold water, super cold water. That can also, if you use ordinary water, the flour could go into the water, but when it's cold it doesn't. So we're going to do two forms of dipping. So I dip into the flour, dip the chicken into the flour, coat as much as I can, try to cover every part there with the chicken, and then dip it into the egg. And then I still had cornflakes. I dipped it into the cornflakes again because I really wanted to achieve that crunch. So apart from the fact that I put some cornflakes in the flour, I still had cornflakes, blended cornflakes, into which I will dip. Now this is round one, this second round of dipping, this second time of dipping. So some parts will be hidden. You make sure you get the flour to those parts. So that was done. The next chicken, just follow the same process. Dip it in the chicken first goes into the flour mixed with cornflakes, and then we're using water this time around. You see the chicken isn't losing its flour. So instead of doing one by one, you see, you just leave the chicken for just a short while. I think I left this one for too long, and I left this one for too long because I was trying to save time, double taxing and all that, multitasking. So I left it for too long. So it shouldn't be left for that long. So that's why I had to repeat it. So once you dip it, the idea is to get it moist so that you can dip it again. So do not leave it for too long. There's no need soaking it for too long in the water. The coating will just kind of wash off. So the next ones I wasn't leaving it for so long. I'll just pick it out and go on. So this was me trying to do more than one chicken at once in order to save time. So some people coat and then fry, but I wanted to finish all the coatings so that I could fry at the same time. So that's just the process. Dip, coat. You can repeat this depending on how heavily coated you want your chicken to be. You could do a one-time coating, you could do 2 times and all that. So we were done with that phase, and this was me trying to coat the chicken again and again. At this point actually I'd stir frying, but I didn't show the frying. So this was while some of the chickens were frying, I noticed that the coating would have been absorbed. So I used the opportunity to keep coating so that I wanted to achieve a heavier layer of coating. So it's just like kind of, should I say, having to eat bread and chicken at the same time. It's really nice, and it's really nice. I really enjoyed this chicken. So this was all coating, but at this time already I was frying. I'm going to show you the frying. It's just the same way you fry your chicken. So this were all coated and ready for frying. So let's go on to the frying step, how I fried it. Like I said, it's not really a big deal at this point. If you've not clicked on mine, please do click. Like I said, I'd fried, you can see the color of the oil. I'd fried some, I was frying some while I was doing that. So this is just drop your chicken in the air. Please do like, share, subscribe. If you've watched up to this point, please do give this video a thumbs up. I believe you've learned 1 or 2 things, so please, the thumbs up will do a lot. So you fry for some time. You fry depending on the heat of your fire, but please don't use cold. Of course, the oil should be very hot, just like when you're frying other things. So when you fry one side, you check. You can see that was me checking to see that if it's dry enough before I flip it. So it has to be really dry. Your oil has to be hot enough so it doesn't soak, it doesn't become soggy. Now you could achieve this also with air fryer and all that, but you have to oil the chicken before you put it in the air fryer so it doesn't come out too dry. So that was me. That's for those that want to maybe reduce oil intake. So if you want to use the air fryer, you still have to oil the air. So this is it. It was looking brown, so you should fry till it gets golden brown and really see that it fries very well. Remember, it needs to fry longer than your ordinary chicken because it's coated with flour, so that there's no raw part in it. So I just continued that frying, fried the next set, went on and on till we finished the frying. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this and have learned something. Please do give this video a thumbs up and see you in my next one. God bless you for your support, for your love. Let's grow this channel together. Thank you.